Hi, hello, namaste. A very warm welcome to Bio Classes. Last in previous class we focused on incomplete dominance concept, right? So already we know that incomplete dominance, it is the deviation or opposite to the Mendel's first law. That means according to the law of dominance. So according to the law of dominance, according to the Mendel, so only one allele out of two alleles for one character, only one allele is dominant and other allele is usually recessive in the heterozygous condition. ಆ ಎರಡು ಅಲೀಲ್ಸ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ಒಂದು ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು ಒಂದು ರಿಸೆಸಿವ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಇನ್ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಡಾಮಿನೆನ್ಸ್, ಹೂ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ದಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇನ್ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಡಾಮಿನೆನ್ಸ್? Karl Corens, and that too in flower color. So what he observed, in some cases the dominant alleles are not completely dominant over the recessive allele. So because of that reason we will get an intermediate product or intermediate phenotype. ನಮಗೆ ಆ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಬರೋದಂತ. ರೆಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವೈಟ್, ವಿ ಗಾಟ್ ಪಿಂಕ್. Actually red is dominant but we got pink. But according to the Mendel, red dominant means red should be appeared in F1 generation, but we got pink. So because of that reason we did not get the phenotypic ratio in the F2 generation as the Mendel's phenotypic ratio. So monohybrid cross phenotypic ratio ಏನಿತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ 3:1. But in the incomplete dominance concept, the phenotypic ratio is 1:2:1. It is different because of incomplete dominance, right? And one more thing, that incomplete dominance character or that concept, it is not observed in all characters. So ನನಗೆ ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ರು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಅದೇ ನಿನ್ನೆ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ವೆದರ್ ಇನ್ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಡಾಮಿನೆನ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಟು ದ ಹೈಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್? No. Incomplete dominance, it is observed or it is appeared in a few characters, not in all characters. Ella characters apply agodilla. In remaining characters there will be complete dominance, but in few characters there will be incomplete dominance, right? So that thing we observe. So now first ಏನು ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ? Okay, each character is controlled by one gene. I am talking about Mendel ಹೇಳಿದ ಪ್ರಕಾರ each character controlled by one gene, and this one gene is available in two forms. We will call them as alleles, two alleles. One allele is dominant, one allele is recessive. Dominant allele is expressing, recessive allele will not express. This is according to Mendel. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ Karl Corens. According to Karl Corens, dominant gene is not completely dominant over the recessive gene. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಯಾವುದು ಟೋಟಲ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಹಾಫ್ ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಪಾರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಡಾಮಿನೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಮಗೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ರೀಸನ್ ವಿ ಗಾಟ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಮೀಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಫಿನೋಟೈಪ್, ಇಂಟರ್ಮೀಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್. ಅದು ಅಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಅಲ್ಲ, ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂತು ಅಂತ, ರೈಟ್? ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಜೀನ್ ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. And here one more concept is there, and this concept also opposite to the Mendel's law of dominance, and that concept is codominance. What is that concept? Codominance, the concept. So the name itself indicates, co means both, dominant means expressing. For one character, if two alleles are present means both alleles are equally dominant. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಕೂಡ ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಇರೋದಂತ. Say for example, in height of the pea plant, capital T dominant, small t recessive, right? In case of the Mirabilis jalapa, flower color, so last example we observed a 4 o'clock plant or snapdragon plant, and one more plant, Mirabilis jalapa. So in those plants we considered red color, white color, capital R, small r. Capital R of course dominant but half dominant. But in this case, in codominance, for one character, of course two alleles are present, both alleles are dominant. ಎರಡು ಕೂಡ dominant ಇರೋದಂತ. Because of that reason, both alleles are expressing equally. So that is the concept of codominance. If you want to consider its a definition, so let me consider the definition. In the heterozygous condition, both alleles are equally expressing. So, codominance, this definition, it is a condition here in the heterozygous condition. Heterozygous condition means both alleles should be different. Homozygous, both alleles are same. In the heterozygous condition, both the alleles are equally expressing. Ali eradu kuda express ಆಗ್ತವೆ. And one more thing I am clarifying you, codominance is not applied to all characters. ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು characters ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ character apply ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. But according to Mendel, in the heterozygous condition, one allele dominant and that is expressing, one allele recessive, that is not expressing. But here both alleles are equally expressing. Because of that reason, this concept also opposite to Mendel's first law of dominance ke deviation of it. This is also one. And here, okay, let me consider last class continuation small. Last class ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಯೂಶಲಿ ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ, ದ ಡಾಮಿನೆನ್ಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು ದ ಡಾಮಿನೆನ್ಸಿ ಆಫ್ ಅಲಿಲ್ಸ್. ಯೂಶಲಿ ಟೂ ಕೈಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಲಿಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್, ಮಾಡಿಫೈಡ್ allele and unmodified allele. Yes, there if you consider the concept of modified allele, so ಈ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ನಾನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಮಾಡಿಫೈಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಅಲಿಲ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಆ DNA ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬೇಸ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ಗಳು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತವೆ, ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬೇಸಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಫೈಡ್ ಅಲಿಲ್. ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಚೇಂಜ್, ಅನ್ಮಾಡಿಫೈಡ್ ಅಲಿಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ ಒಂದು 200 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ 200 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಜೋಳ ಬೆಳಿತೀವಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೆಳಿತೀವಿ ಜೋಳ. ಸೊ ಆ ಮೇಜ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್, ಜಿಯಾ ಮೇಜ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಏನೈತಿ ಜೋಳದ ಗಿಡ, ಅದ್ರ ಒಳಗಿರೋ DNA ದಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಜೀನ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಅವಾಗ ಆ ಜೀನ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಒಂದು ತರದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದು ಈಗಲೂ ಜೋಳ ಬೆಳಿತಾರೆ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ. ಬಟ್ 200 years ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಏನು ಜೋಳ ಬೆಳಿತಿದ್ರು ಅದೇ ಜೋಳ ಅಲ್ಲದು, ಬೇರೆ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಹೌ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ದಿಸ್ ಜಿಯಾ ಮೇಜ್ ಚೇಂಜ್, ಹೌ ದಿಸ್ ವೆರೈಟಿ ಚೇಂಜ್? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದ ಜೀನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ಡ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಇದ್ದ ಜೀನ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಬಂದು. If the genes are changed, then we will call them as modified alleles. Change ಆಗಿರೋ ಜೀನ್ಗೆ ನಾವು modified ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. If it is not changed, if it is as it is, then we will call it as unmodified. Suppose from our parents, the gene transferred as it is to our body, then we will call it as unmodified allele. Suppose from our parents the gene transferred by changed form, change ಆಗಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ so ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ modified allele. So modified allele is having the 3 possibilities. So already we know that one. So first thing, it may produce normal or efficient enzyme. Is it correct? The first one. Second one, so modified allele will produce less efficient enzyme. And the third possibility, the modified allele will produce no enzyme. Right? We are having 3 possibilities. So that modified allele means gene here. That modified gene, it may produce a normal or efficient enzyme. Unmodified allele will compulsory produce the normal enzyme. So the enzyme on the word happens. See, what is the work of the gene? Genes are controlling characters. How? The question will arise. Character ಹೇಗೆ control ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ. Actually, characters are nothing but inside proteins. Character ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಳಗಿರೋ protein ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. And those proteins are produced from the DNA or gene. That means gene producing the protein modified or converted into enzyme. And that enzyme will not be stable. So that enzyme will not sit as it is. ಆ enzyme ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. That enzyme is working on one compound in our body. That enzyme is working on a particular substrate in our body. ಯಾವುದೋ substrate ಮೇಲೆ work ಮಾಡ್ತಾ enzyme. And after that work, our body will get one character. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಲಾರದ ಜೀನು ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಎಂಜೈಮ್ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ. ಬಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡಿಫೈಡ್ ಅಲೀಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ the normal enzyme. So this is one possibility. Second possibility, of course, change agiro allele enzyme ready ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, but that enzyme is less efficient. It is working, of course it is working, but not efficiently. Normal allele ready ಮಾಡಿರೋ enzyme ಅಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಆಗಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. And it may produce no enzyme. The modified allele will not produce any enzyme. Suppose modified allele will not produce any enzyme, means then that modified allele is recessive. Why? Because it is not producing any enzyme. That means it is not expressing. In this case, the modified allele is called as recessive. Suppose the modified allele producing enzyme but less efficient, ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು strong ಆಗಿ work ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. That means weak. If it is weak, if it is not dominant totally, then it is concerned to the concept of incomplete dominance. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಇನ್ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಎಂಜೈಮ್ ರೆಡಿ ಆಗಬೇಕಲ್ಲಿ. ಬಟ್ here it is modified allele producing less efficient enzyme, then this is the example for incomplete dominance. Now if you come to the first one, modified, even though gene changed, but it is producing normal or efficient enzyme. Already unmodified allele producing normal enzyme. Now modified allele also producing normal enzyme. And the meaning ಏನು? Both are dominant. So both are dominant means that concept is codominance. So this is the example for codominance. Now we are codominance ಅಂತ consider ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Right? Okay, coming to you. So in the heterozygous condition, both alleles are equally expressive. ಎರಡು alleles equal ಆಗಿ express ಆಗೋದಲ್ಲ. So for that one, if we consider one example, let me consider in case of dog. So best example I am taking over. In case of the dog, if we consider black for dog crossed white for dog. Black for dog and white for dog. Dog ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ? Black for ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲಿರೋ ಕೂದಲು ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಈ ನಾಯಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂದಲು ಇರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ ಅದರ ಫೋರ್, ಅದರ ತುಪ್ಪಳ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ. Black fur. So one dog is there, its totally body color is black, and another dog is there that is having the white fur. Suppose if both are cross, ಎರಡನ್ನ cross ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, then the next producing dog, it will be having black and white fur. Black and white. So ಎರಡನ್ನ cross ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ next ಬಂದಿದೆ black and white fur. ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಾಗ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಡಾಗ್ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ವೈಟ್ ಪ್ಯಾಚಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ, ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಪ್ಯಾಚಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಈ ಮಚ್ಚೆ ತರ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿರ್ತವೆ. ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ವೈಟ್ ಫಾರ್, ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ವೈಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್. ವಿ ಕಾಂಟ್ ಸೇ ವೆದರ್ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ ವೈಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್, ವೆದರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್. ವಿ ಕಾಂಟ್ ಸೇ, ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲಿ ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಎರಡು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. So this is a general example I am giving. So this is an example for codominance. In our body or in plant body, in other organisms body also codominant concept is there here. So let us note the codominance concept. And one more thing. Last example we considered incomplete dominance, right? In case of Mendel's law of dominance, one gene is totally dominant, one is not dominant. ಒಂದು ರಿಸೆಸಿವ್ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಾಡಿಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಬರೋದು ಒಂದೇ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಮೆಂಡಲ್. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ಇನ್ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಡಾಮಿನೆನ್ಸ್, ಆಫ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಒನ್ ಅಲಿಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಬಟ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್, ಇನ್ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ರಿಸೆಸಿವ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಶೇಡ್ ಕೂಡ ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲಿ, ರೈಟ್? ದಟ್ಸ್ ಒನ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್. ಹಿಯರ್ ದಿಸ್ gene also expressing, this gene also expressing. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೆಂಡಲ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಇನ್ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಡಾಮಿನೆನ್ಸ್, ಕೋಡಾಮಿನೆನ್ಸ್ ಇವು ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಜೀನ್ಗಳು ಇಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಜೀನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್, and this concept we will call it as intragenic interaction, gene interaction. So this is example for intragenic gene interaction. Gene interaction, so this is the term. Gene interaction means one gene affecting other gene. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ gene ಅನ್ನೋ ಬಂದ ನಾನು ಏನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಟರ್ಮ್ ಅಲೀಲ್ ಅಂತ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. One allele interacting with other allele. Say for example, if you consider this gene is capital B gene, black. So this gene is small b. Let us consider, okay, sorry. This gene is W. Why are wrote both in a capital letter? Why? Because both are dominant. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ರಿಸೆಸಿವ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. Now this gene interacting with this gene and this gene interacting with this gene. But both the genes are belonging to 4 color. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡು ಒಂದೇ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ನ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಅಲೀಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Now both alleles are dominant and both alleles are one is affecting other, ಒಂದನ್ನೊಂದು ಅಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಅಂತ. Because of that reason we consider as interaction. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ interaction ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. But our example consider tall and dark. So here only tall is expressing, so dark it is not working. That means this allele is not interacting with this allele, but here both alleles are interacting. So hence we will call it as intragenic. Intra means inside. Inside a gene, 2 alleles are there, both alleles are interacting. Intragenic gene interaction. So for intragenic gene interaction, 2 examples we are having particularly: incomplete dominance and codominance. Both are example for the same. ಎರಡು ಕೂಡ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇರೋದು, right? So here this intragenic gene interaction, for this one if you consider other examples, sorry, for codominance if you consider some other examples, the best examples: ABO blood grouping. So the best example is ABO blood grouping, and one more is the MN blood grouping. ABO and MN blood grouping. These two are in case of the human. I am talking about in case of human or in mammal. So human ದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಎರಡು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ನಾವು ಕೋಡಾಮಿನೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ. And blood grouping, in which chapter we have studied already this one? The first few chapter already we are having a little about idea about this blood grouping. So body fluids and circulation ಆ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು. ಬ್ಲಡ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ blood groups we are having: A blood group, B blood group, AB blood group, O blood group. 4 types of blood groups. 4 types of blood groups together called as ABO blood grouping. ನಾವು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ABO ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. And one more thing, as already we know, blood group decided by the type of antigen present on RBC cells. ನಾವು RBC cell ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವ ತರದ ಆಂಟಿಜನ್ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅದು ಯಾವ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ವಿ, ರೈಟ್? So that is ABO blood grouping. And ABO blood grouping, it is example for codominance. So ಅದನ್ನ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಅಂತ. And one more is the MN blood grouping. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ABO ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪಿಂಗ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಎರಡು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ: ಆಂಟಿಜನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಂಟಿಬಾಡಿ. ದ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಂಟಿಜನ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಆನ್ RBC cell and the type of antibody present in the blood plasma. ಆ ಎರಡರ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಎ ಬಿ. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ MN blood grouping we will consider only antigen, no antibodies. We will consider antigen. ಸೊ ಆಂಟಿಬಾಡಿ ಇರಲಾರ್ದೇ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ MN blood grouping. ಬಟ್ ಸದ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ಗೆ MN blood grouping ಇಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಫೋಕಸ್, ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಆನ್ ABO blood grouping. How it is example for codominance. Let's consider. Okay. Now, if we consider blood group, now blood group is one character, right? ನಾನು ಬರಿತಾ ಇರೋದು ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇದೆ. ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ನಾವು ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಈಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್. ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ decided by type of antigen or RBC. So on the red blood cell, another name is erythrocyte. On the red blood cell, which type of antigen is present? So for the antigen, we will use the symbol Ag. Now antigen ge Ag ಅಂತ symbol use ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, right? So here this antigen is nothing but it is one sugar. It is one peptide sugar present on RBC cell surface. RBC cell surface ಮೇಲಿರೋ, say for example, if we consider this is the RBC cell, right? Whether RBC is having nucleus? No, it is enucleated. It is not having the true nucleus. But nucleus illa andre DNA illa anta artha alla. DNA is there. So inside it is having DNA. In the DNA, genes are present, and there is one gene. There is one gene, and the name of that gene is Ig. Which gene? Ig. So in the DNA of RBC cell, inside there is one gene, Ig, and that I gene present on 9th chromosome. It is present on what? 9th chromosome. Totally how many chromosomes we are having? 46. Out of 46, we will consider 23 only. Why? Because another 23 also same. So one set 23, one set from father, 123 set from mother. So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಒಂದು ಸೆಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. So total 23 chromosomes, right? Haploid set. In the 23 chromosome, 9th chromosome, on the 9th chromosome there is one gene, I gene, and this I gene is responsible for production of sugar on the RBC cell. RBC cell ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವ ತರದ ಶುಗರ್ ಬರಬೇಕಂತ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಈ ಜೀನ್, and that sugar we will call it as Ag, antigen. And antigen, sometimes these are also called as agglutinogens. The another name for antigen is agglutinogen. The term agglutinin means clumping, ಗಟ್ಟಿ ಆಗೋದಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಆಂಟಿಜನ್ಗೆ ಆಂಟಿಬಾಡಿ ಬಂದು ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅವೆರಡು ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಹೆಪ್ಪಗಟ್ಟುತ್ತೆ, ಕ್ಲಂಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಗ್ಲೂಟಿನೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಲ್ ಯಾವುದು? ದಿಸ್ ಶುಗರ್. ಹೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಶುಗರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ agglutinogen. Is it clear? Now this antigen present on RBC cell, and the type of antigen is going to decide what type of antibody, that blood group is. Suppose, so I'll consider this is the RBC cell, right? On this RBC cell, let me consider, so this type of sugar molecules are present on the plasma membrane of RBC cell. This type of sugar molecules are present. ಇದೇ ರೀತಿ ಕಾಣಿಸೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. Now this kind of sugar molecules are called as A antigen. These are called as what? A antigen. Now the scientist observed another type of RBC cells. There they observed, so this type of sugar molecules on the surface of RBC cell. coronavirus concept alla nodi. Okay. So let's consider the scientist called this type of sugar on the RBC cell as B antigen. So B antigen anta kartare. Is it clear? Now the scientist observed another condition in another RBC. There scientist observed both. So scientist ಎರಡು antigen ಕಾಣಿಸಿದ್ರು. On the surface of RBC cell, the scientist observed both. So now they called it as A and B antigen. So both are present here. Right? Now the scientist observed another type of RBC cell. There on the surface of this RBC cell, no antigens, no sugar molecules, such kind. So the khali agi ittu anta. Now they called it as no antigen, right? So ಇದು ನಾವು ನೇಮಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಈಗ. A antigen containing RBC cells group is A blood group and this is B blood group. Now here no antigen, they call this one as O blood group. This is O blood group. And what about this one? Yes, this is AB blood group. Okay. So you may ask the question, how it is related to codominance? This क्या connect आगती concept anta? Let's consider. See here. Antigens are produced from which gene? I gene. Right? I will write here. I gene. And gene is available in allelic form. So alleles में तो gene. According to Mendel, each gene is having 2 alleles. But here, this I gene is having 3 alleles. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ 3 alleles ಗಳಿದಾವೆ. So which are those alleles means the alleles are IA allele, IB allele, and small I allele. IA, IB, small I. Is it clear? ಅಥವಾ ನಾವು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಐ ನ ಸಮಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಈ ರೀತಿನೂ ಬರೀತೀವಿ ಐ ಓ. ಸೊ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಬರೋದು ಓಕೆ. ನೀವು ಹೆಂಗಾದ್ರೂ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಐ ಎ ಅಲೀಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಎ ಆಂಟಿಜನ್, ಐ ಬಿ ಅಲೀಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಬಿ ಆಂಟಿಜನ್. Now both the alleles are producing both the antigens. Suppose only this alleles are present means if these alleles are present, no antigens. If this allele present, no antigen. No antigen means no sugar formation. If these alleles present means A antigen and B antigens are produced. Now tell me, out of 3 alleles, how many alleles are dominant? Sugar ready adre adu dominant. Yes, of course. Here 2 alleles are dominant. 2 are dominant. And this one is recessive. 2 alleles are dominant, 1 allele is recessive. Total 3 alleles. Okay, na? Now, ನಾವು haploid organism or diploid organism. Of course, we are a diploid organism. That means we are having 2 alleles for 1 character. ಪ್ರತಿ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಎರಡು alleles ಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇರ್ತವೆ. 2 alleles we are having. Why? Because we are a diploid organism. We have received 1 allele from our father. We have received another allele from our mother. Hence, we are having 2 alleles for 1 character. But here 3 alleles are present. So all the 3 alleles will not be present in one human. 3 allele ಒಂದೇ human ದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಈ 3 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದಾದರೂ 2 ಇರಬಹುದು. Sometimes these 2 alleles, sometimes these 2 alleles, sometimes these 2 alleles. Any 2 alleles out of 3. Why? Because we are a diploid organism. But ನಮ್ಮದೇ ತರ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಇದಾರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಬೇರೆ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಅಲಿಲ್ಸ್ ಕಾಂಪೋಸಿಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಲಿಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್, ಸೊ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಅಲಿಲಿಸಮ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್. So I will say regarding this one as multiple allelism, this concept. Why the term multiple use means each character controlled by more than two alleles. Here more than two alleles are present. Hence we will refer it as multiple allelism. Suppose if you want to know whether the character is controlled by two alleles or more than two alleles, then we have to study the population, not just one human being. We can't study just one human being. So we need to study the whole population. ಈಗ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅನ್ನ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಲೀಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡೋಕಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದೇ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದೇ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಮೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಎರಡು ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಬಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದಾವೆ ಅಂತ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಮ್ದೇ ತರದ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ, where in the population study we can see whether the character is having or whether the character controlled by two alleles or more than two alleles, we can identify. So here this codominance, it is also multiple allelism concept. Why? Because so in the codominance we have considered the example of ABO blood grouping. So ABO blood grouping, it is decided by three alleles. Because of presence of more than two alleles, we will consider this concept as multiple allelism. Is it? Okay. So coming to this one as well, four blood groups. So here IA and IA, I will write this one as IA, IA. Just like capital T, I have written this in the form of homozygous. Now this is homozygous. If both the alleles are dominant, of course, it is producing A antigen, and the blood group is A. Is it clear? Now, IA small I, if I write it, just like capital T, small t. Out of three alleles, two are dominant and this is recessive. Now this is recessive, this is dominant. Now A sugar produced, that means A antigen produced, and what is the blood group? Yes. So here B and sorry, A antigen produced, and again the blood group is A. That means in both the cases, the producing blood group is A. This first condition is homozygous, this condition is heterozygous, right? Suppose IB, if this condition present, then here B antigen produced on the RBC cell, then the type of blood group is B. Suppose if it is in the heterozygous form, IB small I, so I will consider, then it is producing again B antigen on the RBC cell surface, then again the blood group is B blood group. That means this is homozygous B blood group, heterozygous B blood group. So the blood group is safe. Suppose if I write the condition in this way, IA, IB, capital I, capital IB, both are dominant. So what is the blood group? So here IA producing the A antigen and IB producing B antigen. Both are dominant. So now the blood group is AB. So AB blood group produced. Right? Suppose if the condition is like this, small I, small I. So now I want to verify. Right? Small I, whether this is homozygous or heterozygous. Of course, this is homozygous. Homozygous dominant or homozygous recessive? Yes, homozygous recessive. Now, as already we know, recessive allele will not produce any sugars. So, no sugar on the RBC cell surface means, so here I will write no antigen, then the blood group is O blood group. Right? So, total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 different conditions we are having. Out of 6 conditions, so if you consider these 2 conditions representing A blood group and these 2 conditions representing B blood group, so the last one condition is representing O blood group and this condition representing AB blood group, right? So just I mentioned earlier, blood grouping means it is a character, phenotypical character. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 phenotypes we are having: A, B, AB, O. Now how many genotypes? Genotypes means these are the genotypes: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 genotypes we are having, right? So I mentioned here 6 genotypes and 4 phenotypes. So we are having 6 genotypes, 4 phenotypes. Okay. So coming to our title, codominance. Illelical codominance. Yes, the codominance is observed in this condition. Illegal codominance. Here, both the alleles are equally dominant. Because of that reason, A antigen also produced, B antigen also produced. Hence, the result is AB blood group. So here, this allelic condition, this genotype is example for codominance. So both are equally expressive, right? And one more thing, this kind of blood grouping for the first time observed by Kerr-Landsteiner. Yes, who is the scientist? Kerr-Landsteiner. He observed this kind of 4 different blood groups, right? So 6 genotypes, 4 phenotypes. So ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ codominance example ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಮೇಜರ್ ಆಗಿ AB blood grouping, right? So in our next class, let's continue the same concept. ಇನ್ನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡೆಪ್ತ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡುವಂತ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್. Yes, thank you.